The biggest evolution of the entire year is coming soon, possibly today. And when it drops, a ton of people are going to lose coins. And today, I'm going to explain exactly how you can avoid that being you. Welcome to Trading to Glory. If you're looking to buy cheap and reliable FC24 coins, look no farther than my partner FUTLOOT. And use my code ELITE, ELYYT, for an extra 6% at checkout. What's going on, everybody? We are up to 111 saved packs for Team of the Year, and we are just 1 week away from Team of the Year dropping in EAFC 24. It's going to be a very big year for Team of the Year, with there being 2 teams, men's team, women's team. That doubles your chances of actually packing a Team of the Year. And I think once these players roll around, people who have been not saving packs are probably going to regret that, but we'll see what the pack weight looks like. Nonetheless, yesterday we did see an end of an era Hugo Lloris SBC, and it's kind of funny because he's not retiring. He's moving to Los Angeles and still playing in the MLS, but EA are deciding that move, you might as well be retired, I guess, which is hilarious in itself, but it's a good value SBC. I'm going to be doing this SBC because French links, Premier League links, I think that's going to be pretty long-standing in my squad. It's going to be a good player to add to the team for about 100,000 coins. One thing I do have to consider is that I'm going to be spending my fodder on that rather than saving it for something big that's going to be coming during Team of the Year. And that's something that we do need to keep in the back of our mind. But before we get into fodder prices, investments, and all of that, let's talk about a new evolution that's on its way. And this evolution, you guys saw it a little bit in the thumbnail with that Socrates being extinct. And that's not even clickbait. He did go extinct, and he's close to extinct still. But as you guys can see, an icon upgrade evolution is set to come to Ultimate Team soon. And this is not true. It's not going to be beyond 87. It will be beyond 89. So 89 or below on icons is going to be upgradable in this evolution. And with that hype, we've seen cards like Socrates go from the likes of about 124,000 coins on Monday all the way to extinct at 240,000 coins, basically doubling in price. And looking on the front page of FUTBin, there's still a ton of icons on here. The only thing is, there might be more requirements that people aren't considering. And on top of that, if you look at some of these cards like Ashley Cole or Makalele or Socrates, you have to wonder, are those upgrades even going to be worth it? If you're spending 250,000 or 240K on Socrates, or if you look at Ashley Cole and you see 625K, is it going to be worth spending that many coins just to get probably a +1 on most stats? And that's what I would guess. So what's going to happen after this upgrade comes out? We're going to see a lot of these cards that have spiked in price a ton over the course of the last few days, and it doesn't look like John Barnes is really one of them. But we've seen quite a few different cards spike up to extinct prices out of these icon cards, and they're going to go right back down. So be very careful. I probably wouldn't be buying these at its price currently. If you wanted to wait until the evolution came out and then make a rash investment, that might be the way to go. And 6 p.m. UK today is a probable time that that comes out, because we are exactly 1 week from actually getting to Team of the Year. But in the meantime, we've got some leaks for Fire vs. Ice team number 2. But before we move on to that, we've got to talk about fake leaks, because of course we've seen all these icons spike up in price, and there is merit to that. There is an icon evolution coming out, but it's going to lose people a lot of coins. But what's losing people even more coins are fake leaks. And what happens is on the main page of FUTBin, you see random cards shoot up from discard, like 11,000 coins as a special card. They shoot up to about 20,000 coins out of nowhere. And if we take a look at this Raspadori card, which doesn't fit any evolutions, and you take a look at its hourly graph, you can see that over the course of the last couple of days, it's been only about 12,000 coins until randomly it spiked up to 20,000 coins. And after it went up a little bit, people started assuming, well, there must be some sort of leak for an evolution. And when everybody thought about maybe there's a leak for an evolution, he went up to 40,000 coins just briefly. Anybody who had bought those cards at 12, 13, 14,000 coins now just started selling those cards off. The pump and dump was over. And anybody who bought into the hype of this fake leak, this non-evolution, loses coins. So be smarter than that. Don't get caught up in hype, especially if you don't know what it's about. It is way too risky, and most of the time, you're just getting scammed. So do not be buying cards randomly. Don't be even going for these evolutions most of the time in terms of making profit, because the players that are going to make profit off of evolution leaks are going to be the people who get it before the public. We've seen it all year. Yes, these cards do start rising before these actual evolutions come out, but taking a gamble on which ones actually do end up being evolutions, and then on top of that, when the evolution comes out, even if it is going to be used in that evolution, is it actually good enough? Are enough people using it? Is the demand going to actually carry that card to make it extinct, or is it just going to come crashing back down? We saw earlier this year with a card, Kanate, when this card got hyped up for an evolution earlier this year, and you can still see it on the graph for the daily graph. You went from 700 coins, and it says about 3.4K. I'll tell you, it got up to about 9 to 10,000 coins that day at certain hours, and then it came crashing right back down. And that card could be used in that evolution that did come out, but it just didn't have the demand. The supply kept coming in, and it ended up losing people a ton of coins. So you got to be much more careful with these evolutions. But let's move on to some leaks that we've got. And we're going to start with the big ones, which is Team of the Year icons. Of course, we're going to get our Team of the Year 11 for men's, Team of the Year 11 for women. We're probably going to get a 12th man and a 12th woman for the Team of the Year, but we're also going to have icons and packs at the same time. And something a lot of people aren't thinking about, Team of the Year honorable mentions are probably going to be in packs as well. So it's basically like having 4 promos in packs all at once, and I'm still not going to pack any of them, but that's just my luck. Hopefully you guys get something a little bit better than what my luck has shown in the past couple of Team of the Years in previous iterations. So Matthaus, or Matthaus, is that how I pronounce it? Germans, help me in the comments down below. Matthaus, Lothar Matthaus is coming as a Team of the Year icon, and then we're also going to get Xavi as a Team of the Year icon. These cards, by the way, I'm just going to put it out there right now. If you buy these cards on hour number 1 or hour number 2 after release, you will make bank. These cards will be their cheapest on the first 2 hours after release because of how many people have saved packs for the release of the promo. A lot of supply comes in right away, but as the night goes on, less and less people are opening packs, but the demand stays the same, if not goes up, and these cards skyrocket. Last year with David Beckham, we saw it in FIFA 23. If we look at David Beckham in FIFA 23, when that card came out, you're going to see him not only cheapest on the first day, but in the first couple of hours as well. On his graph, you can see he was 2.5 million coins. That's the average for the day. He was actually 1.9 to 2 mil during the first 2 hours, and by the end of the weekend, he was 3 million coins. You could have made 1 million coins on just a 2 mil investment. That's 50% profit in about 2 days. Very, very good profit right there, and those are going to be the same, exact same this year. There's no reason it would be different, so look out for that trading method, quick investment method, and that is why we are so liquid going into this promo. If you think I'm going to be spending too many coins on investments in the next couple of days, you are wrong. I'm staying liquid, and I might make some investments as we get closer to Team of the Year, like Wednesday, Thursday, because there's going to be a lot of cards that people will go to when they realize they can't afford very many of the Team of the Years that they have liquidated for. And so people end up buying cards from Winter Wild Cards or from Fire and Ice or any of these other promos that have been recent, and those cards go up in price. So cards like Virgil van Dijk, I think are going to be good, but maybe you focus on cards that aren't actually going to get into Team of the Year. It looks like Virgil van Dijk might be getting in. But in the meantime, we do have a promo, a Team 2 for Versus. Alex Tellez is going to be in the promo. We've got Isco making his return to Ultimate Team, or at least the spotlight in Ultimate Team. And then Renard, that if she gets a big pace boost, could actually be a pretty usable female center back, which you don't really have any of those so far this year. There's not a ton of usable female center backs in the game just because of the height difference and how important that is for a center back. Could Wendy Renard be the first great female center back? We'll see in this promo. And then Gunther as well. We're going to have Alexis Sanchez, which I think is going to be a pretty hyped up card. He seems to get a really juiced card at least once a year. This could be it right there. And then Richarlison and Lawrence, the Canadian fullback, probably going to get a position change and obviously going to have two different options for those positions. We've got Cody Gakpo from Liverpool and then João Felix. So this promo is not going to be terrible. Fikayo Tomori, it's going to actually be a little bit enticing. And what EA want to do right now is they want you to be spending your fodder. They want you to be using your coins and using your fodder right now, clearing your clubs out. And so they're going to entice you in any way possible with these cards that are in packs. Go out and do those upgrade SBCs, or go out and do that Hugo Lloris SBC, because that is genuinely an SBC that I am going to go out and do. But if we take a look at fodder prices, boys, it's going up. And we said that it couldn't go any lower, and we were right. And it was just a matter of time before things started going up. I'll tell you right now, if these 83 rated cards, which are at 1.1K, they were at 900. If they go back to 900, I am, and this is not a joke, going to sit here for hours on end. I'll live stream it, and I will spend 9.4 million coins on 83 rated cards. If they go back down to 900, and only if they go back down to 900 and they're really easy to buy at 900 coins, I will spend 9.4 million coins on those if they go back down. So keep an eye out for that. If they do, I'm going all in. 84s aren't looking bad still, but they are up a little bit. 85s are up about 1,000 coins. 86s back to 8K. Definitely could go a lot higher still. There's still opportunity to get in, but what I will say is that you are a little bit late to the party now. 87's looking great as well. These 87s, I mean, they were down at less than 10,000 coins. There's never been a no-brainer investment like that one, and we did go in on 87s. Of course, I didn't go unassigned, but I did stack my transfer list, was like 35 of these 87s, and so we made a little bit of profit on that. Of course, you always wish, oh yeah, I should have bought millions of coins worth of that. To be honest, I just hate going unassigned. So if I do go unassigned, I do want to just go all in on one thing and just commit to it. Now, if you do want to move some coins around and try to make some coins right before Team of the Year, there are a couple of cards that I think are a little bit safer than others. One of those being the FC Pro Live cards. They've made us so many coins this year, and if you play it right, I mean, they are absolute bank makers for us. And Daniel Malen right now does seem like a card that could keep going. If we take a look at cards like Talvin, it's going to give us an idea of how this card is going to continue to rise after an upgrade. Because, as you can see, right here, this card got an upgrade, and he started to go up, but it continued to go up for the days following. The only problem is, right now, we are about to go into a Team of the Year market crash for a few days. Is it going to affect this card now that it's gotten his upgrade? I'm not exactly too sure how much it is going to affect it. What I do know is that this card has good value. It is going